Yo, it's effective immediately. I'm DJ Hed.
What up, Hip Hop Nation? It's your favorite homegirl, Gina Views.
We got a special guest in the studio. I've been waiting for this one. Oh my God, we got a lot to talk about. This person, this human being, is good. Okay, a good company human, a good human repping good company. LaRussell is here.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? You brought moms with you.
Yeah.
Moms, can you pop in? Where you at? Come over here real quick. I just want the people to see.
She on that press run today.
Yeah. Mom's got her own merch.
Yeah.
Plug your merch, Moms.
Hello there, good people.
Step up.
Oh, I gotta get on. Hold on. Hello there, good people. It's me, Private Jet Yvette.
Private Jet Yvette. Private Jet Yvette.
That's my IG tag.
All right. Well, thank you. That's crazy. Yeah. Private Jet Yvette is crazy.
Yeah, you heard?
I'm kind of moving around with y'all.
Hey, that nigga like catch me on spirit.
Bro brought his moms. I fuck with that. I like that.
Yeah, it's been a fun trip because she just been hanging. Like, this her first time really, like, just being in the trip with us and working and out. It's been really dope.
Yeah.
Y'all flying still, or y'all driving? Like, niggas ain't scared a little bit?
Nah, we flew in.
Hey, for real though.
What that pressure feel like on the airplane
Hey,
today?
nigga coming in.
It was bumpy.
Hey, look.
I hate when they say it's bumpy. Like, no nigga, this is
no.
turbulent.
It was one of those where,
Yeah.
like, you look around and you can see there's concern. Man, it was one of them on the way in.
You know what I always look for, and this only happened to me one time, bro, is when I look for when the flight attendant grabbed their phone because they texting their loved one or whatever. Like cause I seen no girl, like, she didn't think I was looking, but on the old Delta uniform, they had the little pocket, the vertical pocket.
Yeah.
So she pulled her phone out like this, and she sent a text. I'm like, man, who she texting?
Bye.
Nigga, you supposed to be in airplane mode. You know?
Hey, you know what's crazy? The flight attendant on this flight, I gave her a tip after because
I didn't know you could do that.
Shit was right. I don't know if you can, but I did.
She took it.
She took it. Hey, it was like Rocky, and I'm in my headphones, and it was like hitting, and I'm just looking around. I look over, and the flight attendant, like, in the corner of the plane, and it's like a light dawning down on her, and she was like, "It's okay," and it brought me so much calm.
Did it?
Man,
That shit
I
was done
really,
for me.
like, it brought me, I just opened the window and just looked out the window the rest of the flight, and I was good. And I was like, she earned her spot today as a flight
How much
attendant.
did you tip her?
100.
You tipped her 100?
100.
Hey, listen, LaRussell.
She wasn't even flying that motherfucker.
The rated. Let me hold on. It's gonna be okay, LaRussell. You gonna get through this interview.
No,
and this
it's
He
not
not
real.
gonna tip you, nigga.
It's not real.
What?
You know, I feel like as a human, when you go beyond doing your job, because some people just show up and do what they do. But I feel like when you take that step beyond and show, like, care, that's just deserving of it puts you in a different place in my mind and heart, where it's like, bruh, I got to do something to, like, show you that was a great thing that you did as a human. You feel me?
I feel that.
Yeah.
I think, well, stranger to, you famous. We had this conversation, before we started. You famous now. What's the difference between LaRussell, I got to get there, and LaRussell, like, okay, I'm in these rooms now? Like, what's the biggest difference for you?
I'm hungrier.
You want it more.
Yeah. I'm far hungrier now. I'm hungrier for something different. Like, at first I just wanted to make it, but now I'm like, no, I want to change how it looks for the rest of life.
How to make it.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm. So it's more like it's more like a hunger for more.
Yeah.
For lack of a better way to say it, right? The reason I asked that is because we was just talking off air, and, like, everywhere I am, you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you be at Atlanta at the Revolt shit, then
Yeah.
I see you over here, and then you be in New York, and I'm like, bro, and then we run into you like, yo, what are you doing here?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's dope, like, to see you in these rooms and these spaces with these other artists who took a different route than you, and you've been very vocal about the route that you took to get in these spaces and these rooms and stuff like that. Would you have done anything different now that you've learned more lessons? Be honest.
Okay. Cliché-ly,
cliché-ly.
I'm supposed to say I wouldn't have done anything different because this what got me here.
Nah, fuck that.
I truly don't know if I would have done anything different. There's times where I be wishing I was less arrogant then because I wasn't able to receive certain like information or game or opportunity that was being handed to me. But on the other end of that, it didn't happen because I was so arrogant, and it ended up leading me to like doing a bunch of things I would have never done if I wasn't, and I went the other way, you know? So there really is nothing.
What made you become less arrogant?
Life will just slowly chisel away at you, you know, until you in a form that you could live with.
Mm.
Do you think that, so the reason why I asked that too is because I noticed that a lot of artists do shit. Like, I'm not a fan of artists who sign a deal and complain about it. I hate that. I really don't like that.
Right.
Because, like, you wasn't complaining when you took the money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You've been very vocal about, like, I'm finna do this my way, my team. I'm finna give the fans equity. Like, you was ahead of a lot of different things. You co-opted the Proud to Pay campaign from the late, great homie. And you really kind of curated your own space, your own lane, so to speak, right? And so now what I'm seeing is there are other artists who trying to follow in your footsteps, but I see other artists doing a bad take on what you did, and I see other artists kind of like, oh, I didn't think about that. That was kind of smart. Have you noticed that since your ascension?
Man, of course. I mean, we created a lot of the infrastructure for it to exist, so we see it come through the pipeline. Like, you know, a lot of our legacy acts and the people we grew up on have used Even to like sell their music directly. And when you go buy it, it says put in, you know, a price that works for you. Like, these are all things that we help create and curate. So I see it every day. Even just the way we do content. Like, I look online and I see a blueprint that we laid every day. Like, same that Nip used to probably see when he would look on the internet.
Mm.
Every time I see you on the timeline, like, in my mind, this nigga woke up this day and said, we finna create. And I feel like every day, I don't know you personally. Today's my first day meeting you. But every time I see your content, I feel like that every single morning you wake up, you come up with a plan of something new to create. What is your day-to-day on a regular basis?
Man, it used to be that. Mm-hmm. And then I start kind of like letting life be the creation. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember I had a convo with my video team /T, and I was like, I really just want to get paid to live. I don't want to have to get paid to, like, go on stage. I don't want to have to get paid to I just want to get paid to be exactly who I wake up as.
That's a flex.
And I told myself, like, if I'm going to do that, then I have to share who I am. Mm-hmm. So we start going on daily walks. I just record the walk. I always say something insight or something that's relative. Yeah. Take that clip, throw it. So now it's like I'm just growing a base of people just based off me doing what I do normally. I never really had to change. And then there's days where it's like, okay, we're going to shoot visuals, and I'm doing that style of content. We're going to do lives. I'm doing that style of content, going and doing interviews. Like, I try to use what I'm already doing instead of having to make something new, because some people don't like doing social media because they can't think of, like, things to do. They think you got to think of, like, content and shit. But it's like, if you just document the living, it worked.
What kind of kid were you growing up? And what era of social media is your era?
You seem like you was an annoying ass kid. I ain't gonna lie.
What? That's crazy.
I'm just saying.
Before you answer that, what social media platform is your era? For as a kid?
MySpace, Twitter, Facebook.
You give MySpace.
Yeah.
What does that mean? How?
Because I'm MySpace baby. So we're the generation who learned how to do coding, and we were so creative and just sitting in our parents' home while these are jobs that pay hundreds, thousands of dollars to do. So when I see you creating, you give me the vibe of one of those kids that was probably watching 106 in Park.
You hear me?
You know, I just want to know, like, in school, like, what type of kid were you? What type of student were you?
I was a great student until I was at like 6th grade. I was good until then. I was always like a little ahead of the curve. Like I had gate classes and shit, and I would go help like some of the older kids in classes. I was always a little ahead of the curve. I was really
For the people
smart.
on the East Coast, he said GATE, GATE. That's West Coast
Gifted
terminology.
and
It's a gifted program.
Yep.
Like AP classes.
Yeah.
Kind of, but it's elementary.
It's
So it's
elementary.
like,
Yeah.
you really ain't. I think it's just for the niggas that they like, I really like this.
Uh-huh.
You know, really, honestly, that's really what it is.
Popular amongst the administration.
Yeah, it's like, bruh, all your homies a little slow and you a little more advanced.
You're a little smarter than the average.
You feel me?
Would your classmates looking at you now, what they like when they see you now, are they saying things like, I always knew this would be him?
I didn't realize that I was displaying how much of who I was so early. I had somebody reach out and they was like, man, I knew you was gonna do it since elementary. They knew me in like 2nd, 3rd grade. And I'm like, that's just something people say. I'm like, you lying. And she was like, I remember me, you and Larry, he used to make a beat on the table and you would rap. And it just sent me back like, I've been doing it longer than I could even remember myself because that memory left me. I thought she was just being fun. Like, I knew you would make it. It's like, no, you didn't. You feel me? But it was real memory. So I've been at it for a really long time.
Mm-hmm. When did you know, like, damn, I'm him? What was the exact moment that you was like, I am that guy?
I think I feel that now more than I've ever felt it. Like, it's been a slow climb, you know, from like 2021 early going viral, like the freestyles. It was like, you feel me? I was gaining that confidence of like, man, I don't see what I'm doing. No, it ain't nobody who could do it. But now it's like, nigga, don't get on this court. You feel me? Like it's really a new feeling for me, and I'm embracing it and really stepping into it like fully to where I'm willing to try and do more than I've ever been because I feel like I can.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that your confidence plays a role in your success? Because I think you have to have a level of, we call it audacity, like audaciousness, right? To believe that you can be on the radio or to believe that you could be a successful rapper or even make a living rapping. Because there's a lot of people who can't sustain a living just doing music full time.
Yeah. Yes. And I've only been able to gain that level of confidence through work. It didn't work any other way for me. Like, I didn't think like this until I was able to, like, work for something, and it dawned on me, like, damn, I did that once, and that happened. So if I do it 10 times, then if I do it 100, then if I, like, being able to break it down like that is what made it, for me, because I know that there is nothing I can't have or do if I just got to do the work for it. Like, it took away the whimsical.
Yeah, the fantasy.
You know, it ain't magic. It ain't no magic.
So you don't believe in the magic of it no more?
You could work to be a magician. Niggas ain't born magicians. You feel me?
Touche.
Like Chris Angel was at it a long time.
Touche.
A long time.
But Chris Angel fire too.
And when you get to that point, it's like you create the magic.
Yeah. Is there a time where you felt like discouraged, have you ever felt like you wanted to stop? Like, what was that moment?
It wasn't that I wanted to stop, but I didn't want to keep going either. Like it was.
You're gonna have to walk me through that.
Like
I'm picking up what you.
Like I never wanted to like not make music and go after this, but sometimes when you give so much, you know, you enter that space of stagnancy where you're not really getting nothing done because you don't want to quit, but you also like, I'm tired of showing up every day to not play. You feel me?
So is that like creator's block?
Or you just not seeing the reward from your work, or what?
It's that. I didn't. Another thing, like when you think it's whimsical, and you realize that when you think it's whimsical, you think it's outside of you. So I used to have a lot of bouts of depression and just being low because I felt like I wasn't being given something that I should have worked for. Like I felt like I was supposed, when you met me early, I felt like I was supposed to be here then.
Oh.
It was like,
so you felt entitled.
I felt like, yes, I felt like I was supposed to be here
like
then, but I didn't understand like, oh no, you're not here because you didn't do enough yet. I thought it was just like, niggas tried to sign me and now they did. You feel me?
Please
like,
talk about this.
it's an accountability factor that's really, really hard to get to, especially as an artist, because you think it's because the label or the deals or the people or they offered me this. There was times where I thought like, oh man, because I ain't getting the machine, I'm not. But that was never true. I wasn't working hard enough for it, because I ain't got it now. And you hear me?
Yeah.
Talk about that.
But at what point? Because that's something that I feel like a lot of artists experience. They feel like you said, you thought back then you should have been right here. Mm-hmm. And we probably, I felt like that before too. In freaking 2015, bitch, you ain't did half the work. Right. Nothing even close to it. But what moment was it for you, or you was like, oh shit, I got to put in some work to get to where I want to go? Or did you just figure that out as it happened?
It just kind of kept.
So that's more so you looking back.
Man.
Coming to that realization.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Like it kept snowballing.
Mm-hmm.
And that snowball was getting bigger. I used to go into every meeting, like labels, partners, and tell them like, if I could get in front of 1 million people, I'm going to change my life.
Yeah.
And I used to think that they had a way to do that for me. Mm-hmm. And they wasn't helping me do it. Because it's like, well, y'all put this person in front of 1 million people. Do it for me. And not realizing, like, bro, you got to put yourself in front of 1 million people.
Yeah.
And that's just what it was. I used to think it was out of my hands.
How many label meetings you think you had?
Just guess.
2 hands for sure.
What's the most amount of money you turned down?
Probably like 800. I accepted more than I turned down.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the most you accepted? I'm digging.
1 million.
From who?
Because I need to make a phone call. Yo, so Russ said.
That nigga said y'all got M's over there. Okay.
So what made you turn down the 8?
Actually, I turned down 1 million. And because I was having all the conversations, I don't like when niggas tell me to tell them what I want and then come back with what I didn't want. I just feel like it's really disrespectful because like you didn't have to ask me what I wanted.
Give me an example though, like what's something that came back that you didn't want.
It. You don't.
No. Nigga,
you seen Scary Movie?
If you say, "Hey, I'm going to the store. What you want?" and I tell you what I want, if you come back with anything other than I said I want, and you like, "Well, I thought that this."
Well, what if they didn't have it?
No, you got it.
If you wanted some Bubblicious, right?
And you come back with Winter Fresh, I need a fade.
I'm not coming back with Winter Fresh. Would you really come back with nothing if they don't have?
I asked for Bubblicious.
They don't have it.
Remember? Don't bring it back.
They don't have.
Remember?
I'd rather you say they don't have. Like, hit me.
Yeah.
Just say, "Hey, we don't have that.
Out.
Could we do this?" But that level and what I'm noticing
called a counter.
back
That's
then.
A negotiation.
See, I didn't used to counter because I used to feel like my first few offers, I didn't make freestyles because I'm like, you disrespectful. I didn't know you were supposed to counter. So when I finally got to the point of like, oh, this is what I prefer, and it'll still come back. Like, did you not listen to nothing I said?
Yeah.
I don't think it sucked because
this is a very good learning lesson. I would say for the people that your fans
in these offices and rooms and like everything is like school, and every nigga that you went to school with now has a job. Even the niggas that back then you was like, I don't know. Some of them like they in roles and positions, and you gotta like deal with them in business, and it just like. Niggas can't even communicate properly and shit. Like, it's just, it ain't there. Like, it's an interesting state. And that's how my experiences have been with a lot of these deals where it's like, you're not hearing what I'm saying clearly.
Yeah. It almost feels disrespectful. It
feel like that, but it don't even. It just be a ignorance, you know. Like I had to understand, like it don't be malice. Sometimes it just be an ignorance.
Yeah. It's like on Scary Movie when he asked for $1 and she gave him a sandwich. He said, "I said $1, bitch."
Right.
He hit her in the head with the sandwich.
I think it's okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason I look at that is probably just because I'm used to that at this point, right? And so I had to learn that too. Charlamagne actually is the one who used to be on me about that because it's like, hey, you have to negotiate, and I'm like, what you mean? Like I'm upset. Like I feel disrespected. Like they didn't give me, you have to negotiate. You don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate.
You feel like you begging though.
It don't matter how you feel. It's business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's something that I took away from learning that lesson as well.
Yeah, I just kind of stopped doing deals or dealing with people where I got to do all that. Like all the deals that I get done now, if it get to that, we just don't do the deal. It's like if I know what I'm bringing, you clearly know what you bringing. This is what I want. If we can't make this happen as simple as I am to communicate and share, then it's just not supposed to happen. Some niggas will do all that back and forth for a year and I'm not doing all that. It ain't worth it.
Okay.
I feel him. Yeah.
It ain't worth it.
Asking twice is too close to begging.
The bigger deals, it's gonna be like that. Like the bigger the deals get, it's gonna be more like, because it's more fine tuning.
It depends on who you dealing with. I have a saying that says a deal is as good as who you have to deal with. So sometimes people think they getting a good deal, great deal, and it's like, but you don't consider all that you got to deal with taking that. Like, you don't have to. You don't have to.
You don't have to.
I know it's become like standard, but it's like, and I be trying to teach people and artists like, bro, if you stop accepting this as the norm and the standard and start like going for what you want and what you feel like you deserve, it slowly make people start to kind of change and feel. But everybody accept it right now, so it's like we all got to deal with the same shit walking in the door.
Have you ever had to, I don't want to say consult, but have you ever had to talk to an artist about trying to do the things that you've done, but they not doing it properly? Like these standards that you've set for yourself. I can see the wrong people trying to practice these standards because they were like, well, LaRussell did it. I could do it too. It's like, no.
It don't work for everybody.
It don't work for it. It ain't gonna. This ain't the blueprint for me. Is not necessarily the blueprint for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Have you ever had to have these conversations with people?
That's usually the people that like I'm having those convos with is because they like have the potential and ability to do it right. I really I try to spare it with the ones that like, unless somebody come up to me and ask me, I don't really have them because it's like hard. You can't even it's hard to grasp that sometimes as an artist. Like somebody telling you like, yeah, this thing that works ain't gonna work. You feel me? So I try not, like, when I have those convos, it's usually with, like, the Malleys and the LaRussell, the ones who was like, bro, this same thing, run it.
Mm-hmm. Being that you don't have the machine and you have been independent, community has to be a huge aspect. So how important was that for you as an artist that you needed the community to support you?
Man, vital. I wouldn't be where I am. Like, the community was really my machine. Mm-hmm. That's what kept the merch selling. That's what kept the album selling. That's what kept the music bumping. Like, it was everything. Mm-hmm. And that's a big reason I stayed home and why I'm still home. And people get to see me on walks and see me when I go pick my kids up and see me outside. My mom I'm dropping off packages some days. Like, they really like propelled me to this height without having to look outside of me.
I want to know what the conversation was like when you decided to throw shows at the house in the backyard. Like, what was the conversation like with moms, or like how do you?
We having a party today. It's crazy.
Like, how do you?
The initial was like, like I'm real convincing.
Was there no concern?
Like, I mean, yeah.
We're going to have random niggas pull
all
up.
That existed.
Off of Instagram.
All that existed, but I didn't wait for it. You know, like, I knew all those convos was going to take place, but I wasn't waiting because I needed so we was already digging dirt while all that was existing and happening. You feel me?
Dude, moms, can you come over here real quick, please?
Yeah.
I want to just go over here. Just stand next to him. I want to know what this. I got to know what this is like. Cause, so the first conversation when he decided that he wanted to throw shows in the backyard, like, what did he? He said he's very convincing. What was said to you? Can you talk into the mic? Right.
Actually, the only thing I really, really remember is him saying, "I'm gonna build a pergola," and I said, "What the hell is a pergola?" I had literally woke up. I woke up, and he was all excited, saying, "I'm gonna build a pergola. Go for it," and that's how I left it.
So you had no concern about random people pulling up?
I didn't.
You didn't. So who did?
I didn't.
Oh.
I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay. All right. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, my pops held more of the concern. You feel me?
Your dad?
Yeah.
What was he on?
Because, he's a protector. It's like, he like, man, there's going to be niggas that, that's like, that's something you got to go through in general. Just me, like, going into it, I had to, like, recondition my beliefs and how I grew up and who I view as a danger to me or not. Because, you feel me, naturally, as a black man in the hood, it's
and
like, bro,
father,
we can't have
like...
all these niggas that, you feel me? But it was just something, for me, it was worth the risk. I knew the change I was going to make. And I'm one of those that's like, I'm willing to die for what I believe is necessary or impactful or is really going to mold the future of what I think life could be.
Mm-hmm.
So you haven't done like the whole like big rapper spending, like going to get jewelry and
I do mines in different forms. Like,
okay. Like what?
I spend $100,000 on advertising. You feel me? So I do it, but
Damn.
just in a different format.
Yeah. But did you ever have any urge to go buy some unnecessary shit? A car that you probably can't pronounce?
I've had considerations all the time, but it just it's hard. It's hard to convince myself to do it because I'm gonna laugh at myself out. I think that's like the issue that exists. Like niggas don't have enough like niggas around them who know them to laugh at them, so they get away with certain shit. Like if I came to the house with hella chains on and jewelry, and my mama and my niggas in there, you got to sneak past niggas because it's like it's like, bro, what are you doing? If my shoes were the size of 3 shoes, it don't work. It don't work. Like it wouldn't be authentic to me, and I feel it. You feel me? It'll make me feel even like sometimes when I be with like security. Like, anytime we do certain events, they assign you security. And me walking with security make me feel, like, I don't know what it be, but it's like I feel more weird now than when I was alone.
Yeah. You ain't crossed over yet.
Yet? I don't think it's a yet.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm
You're
going.
not crossing over.
You was talking about being at the house and like walking in, looking crazy, all his jewelry, showing up with a foreign. But
that sounds like a great sitcom though.
Oh God.
Oh, like living at the. You know what? I just thought about it. You and Louis G from Big Boy's Neighborhood. Y'all the only 2 people I know that like openly live at home.
Wow.
Like as far as
what
like.
you mean openly?
Like
we
people
all live at home.
No, I'm talking about like people be ashamed of like living with their family and stuff like that. It's like people try to hide it as opposed to like, nah, this the community, bro. Like my mom's is. I was just telling your mom's off air. Like I seen her packing merch and shipping merch. Yeah, I seen that on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I guess where I'm going with this is you doing these shows has turned into a real enterprise at this point, right? Like it's wait list to get into the Pergola shows. It's proud to pay to get into the Pergola shows. You done retrofitted the Pergola. You know what I'm saying? Juvenile and like you done had some real moments. I'm be honest. I know of a show that Juvenile canceled at a real venue, and he not to do your show, but I'm just saying I know of a venue that he didn't do, and he came and did your show. You know what I'm saying? And then
that's hard.
It means something.
It means something to like.
It means something.
It's
culturally. It means
to the
something.
culture.
It means something.
I know that's always been a vision for you because you wanted to make it a thing. You wanted to go back. Bro, what's up with the neighbors? Bro, like, have the neighbors not called the police? Like,
hell no, they the homies. They get to see the shows, and they be.
So
on
you let the neighbors in
fence.
free?
The lil home, yeah.
Okay.
Them the home. I don't like. I've been on my block forever.
Yeah.
You feel me? So we see new people come in, new people come out, and now it's like I'm LaRussell. So it's like they even excited. They kids get merch. They be in the videos. Like the neighbors is really, that's the community that seen me first. I used to rehearse in my garage, like coming fresh off work in there rehearsing for hours, garage up, and they just hear it. Like they
a part of your
witnessed me.
come-up.
Yeah.
But you got subs and shit back there.
Yeah, now that bitch knocking.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's why we do one day of the month, first Sunday every month. All the neighbors know is today the block gonna be packed. It's gonna be loud. People gonna be out. But I only disturb the block one Sunday out of the month for 6 months of the year.
So you're doing something that they've never even seen before too.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. Like we ain't. Juvenile pulled up in front of the crib, you know, and it's like we got some guests this year that when they pull up in front of the crib, it's like, you know, it's some shit.
Who
like
them guests? Just give us one.
Just one exclusive.
Just one or 6.
You heard the feature.
So Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
We gotta bleep that.
He posted it
Okay.
Yeah. Snoop say he coming.
for sure.
When you first had the vision to do this event, in your mind, was it, I'm going to have mega superstars pull up? Like, what was the initial vision? Did you know it was going to go this far?
Hell nah. Like, at first, I was really just, like, I was mad that a nigga told me, I was mad a nigga was giving me a bunch of bullshit about renting out a venue and doing a show and how they didn't believe in what I was doing. So my initial was just like, I don't want to have to go ask nobody for nothing. I'm going to just do my own thing. And that just scaled and it started becoming like different people coming in. But it was for me and the homies initially. Like I remember having this thought of like, I need to plant a money tree. Like I be getting random downloads from the universe and it was like, I need to plant a money tree. And I end up building a pergola in the backyard. And I could wake up any day of the week and say, I got a show and put them tickets up and they sell. I've sold tickets to a rehearsal in my backyard.
What?
Just us chilling, rehearsing. Home, my mom smoking, my niece, like we just rehearsing. And I've sold tickets, thousands of dollars to just rehearse and practice. And then the shows, like 2025, it sold out the entire year. And it was like that full circle of me just, I planted a money tree.
That's crazy. Oh man. Walk me through the ideology of doing shows in the middle of the day. Like when you do leave the pergola and you do a show. I remember I was trying to make one of your shows. You did like 2:30 in the afternoon in the middle of LA, and I'm like, nigga, ain't happening. Like you know what I'm saying? Like 2:30 in the daytime, 3 o'clock. You doing early shows. You like you advocately. I don't even know if that's a word. You advocate against doing the late night stuff because you like people got to go to work, whatever the case may. Walk me through the ideology of that.
I mean, one, I'm a human and I be tired. So at 10 p.m., I don't want to go on stage and give you I ain't got my best energy at 10 p.m. Like you getting the last of me for the day. You feel me? So that was one. I didn't want to be out that late. And then two, I have kids, 5. And I have grannies, grandpas.
You got 5 kids?
65. No, like kids from age 5 all the way to grandmas.
That's news to me, bro.
Nah, like 5 to 65 is the demo. So it's like granny not trying to be out at 10 p.m. and your kids don't need to be out at 10 p.m. You feel me? So all of that together, it just made sense for me to do it in a day. I feel best around 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 1 p.m. And we trying to get it even earlier, honestly, because I like to be done and I walk outside. The sun's still out. I could go ride my bike. I could go walk. You feel me? Like the whole day still exists. And I feel accomplished.
Do you have any desire now at this point in your career to go back and do them big deals, like with a major?
As of now, no.
Because you came out very anti-establishment.
Yeah, I was just sour.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah, I was just sour. I was just like,
what was the sourness for?
Because niggas seen me young, black, doing something special and innovative and could have helped. And that was entitlement, you know, because ain't nobody got to help me with shit. But I just feel like as black leaders or just anybody who's in the culture that has a deep regard and care, there's certain people that if you see them coming, like you help. Like that's almost your role as an elder or as a guide to assist. Not assist only if you sign this paper, but like, no, I see what this is and how special it is. I need to do something to contribute. And that just ain't what I received. So, to some, you feel me? Some people did, but the people who were in the positions to like give me them deals and bring me in them offices, I just feel like as a due diligence to preserve culture and something that's so special to us, you know, it could have been better played.
So now, so the good company is your company is your company.
Yep.
So when you do something, you want to do a joint venture with a company, you want to sign as LaRussell, like if and when that time comes. Because as we see, as a singular artist, you can drop over here and then put out music on this side over here too, as a company.
Yeah, and I've actually done that throughout like my distro deals and deals that I do. I always do them non-exclusive, so I could go build everywhere. So I'll put out music here, but I'm still releasing songs here and working with this person and building. So eventually good company will be like Motown. You know, like I have the wherewithal to really find and see something special early and build around it and great and help it go viral. Like we've done it with Malachi and Shantae and Splash and Tieta and you know, we know how to build infrastructure and make things larger than they are. So the goal is to like build Motown in the Bay, but
shout out to the Bay. I see you I see you moving around with Empire a lot too.
Yeah,
that's business.
Yep. We just start doing business. So I didn't fuck with Empire for a long time.
I know. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. But you were very vocal.
They didn't fuck with me. You feel
I know.
Me?
What made you fuck with them?
Man, we had a video shoot for Pilo song, and he had like just all of us out there from the Bay, and Ghazi was there, and I didn't like how I felt internally about them. You know, like I didn't, because they from the turf and from the region. And I really love, like, Ghazi's a genius, and I'm so grateful for what he did for our region and the culture, but I didn't like how I felt about it all because of my early situations and dealings with them. So I was like, man, I'm going to just holler at him. And I pulled him to the side, and we ended up just talking hella long, and then we went to the office, and we chopped it up. And it was just, like, real, like, I got to share as a human, like,
as a human being.
Y'all really let me down when you did that, and it felt disrespectful when you did this because I'm from here. And y'all know y'all could have treated me, and you know, and to have the other end be like, we understand that, and this is why, and we felt this way. Like it was really like adult communication.
I respect that,
and it's a win that we both wanted, but we neither of us knew how to explain to one another that we were hurt by this action or this to get to that point. You feel me? Like it don't make sense that they're the biggest on the coast, you know, they're able to do what the majors do independently, and I'm who I am independently from the same turf and region, but we wasn't working together because we couldn't communicate.
There's differences. Yeah, I fuck with the Bay. You know, Bay always showed me. I went up there and got this jacket.
You hear me?
For All-Star Weekend. My last thing is you and T-Pain. Like the relationship there. How did y'all form that relationship?
T-Pain booked me to do his Mansion in Wisconsin Fest when he did it one year.
Yeah.
And we just met him, and it was just like instant click, and we killed the show and everything. And a year later, they tapped in and was like, Pain wants you to go on tour with him. He said, whatever you want, give it to him.
What? So that's one of them situations where, hey, this is what I want. And if Pain would have came back with, you know, $1,000 less, you would have been offended? Then I'd be like, no, fuck the tour?
No, I wouldn't have been offended. I wouldn't have been offended in that regard because, like, that was something that came to me that I really wanted. It wasn't like I don't know. It just hold a different regard than, like, someone coming that's like, man, I want to help you with your music and this, that. What do you want for us to do this? It was just it's a different feeling and energy. Pain is also smiling, and she, you know, it's a whole different energy with that. But I mean, it didn't even get to that point because he gave me what I asked for.
Did you learn? Did you pick up anything about? Because I see before you went on that. I'm gonna be honest. This is my observation. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Before you went on that tour, before you did that run with Pain, I think you had a DJ.
Yep.
And then you came back, and then I see you just doing keys.
No, I had a band before.
No, there was a band, but I'm saying your show.
Yep.
I remember you had the band,
yep.
But now you don't do the show with the DJ. You do the show with just the keyboard and the what's my man's name?
Guitar.
And the guitar.
Yeah, no, I got a DJ too.
Okay.
It's
So
all-
the
it's
last
just-
3 shows I seen, it was just those 2. It wasn't the DJ.
Yeah, it's only not DJ if it's like some quick pop in shit. Like I think we did keys and violin for like that last thing you seen. Yeah, so if I'm just popping in to do a record.
But
I
if it's
try
a
to
full
do-
show, you
yeah.
do.
But every time
Gotcha.
we
So
got
did
the
you
DJ.
did you take anything from being on the road? Because
Hella.
I seen T-Pain perform before, bro.
Hella, man, he first great display of just like grace and respect and patience, and like his team adores him. Like that's always a sign. Like if the niggas you with don't really like, you could tell when niggas like, yeah, they work for you, but they don't really like. But his team loves him, and you could tell why he treat everybody so well, and they really family. So just on that, and then second, like him showing us how to like take care and provide for the people that's coming into your space and making sure they good and set up, and then third, just on stage, seeing that man weave, bob, maneuver night after night, and the banter, like we really, man, them first shows we had did what cities we do first? Houston and Texas. We did Texas, right? And I remember after both of those shows, I was like, man, this ain't it.
Your show ain't it. Or his show.
My show. But like within the environment, because when we went into it, I don't know why, but I was like, me and T-Pain got the same fan base.
Why would you think that?
Cause he black, and when I grew up, nigga, we was in the car, snap your finger. Like I thought I forgot that he had. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and shot. You know,
Bro.
Yeah.
I forgot that those existed.
G6,
So
like-
when I got out and I seen a crowd of like white people, it was like, oh,
You
I'm
thinking
coming
I'm
out
sprung.
African nigga in the European. You feel me? I really had, but being on that run really taught me by watching him how to like be a showman and how to talk and build the story and how to do covers. Like I'll do songs that that's familiar, but I'll throw new verses on it. So I get the people to sing it and be along, but now they get to experience me too. And I was winning. And when we came back from that run, every show after, I'm hitting them.
Yeah. You had to switch that show up.
Man, we learned. We got to. And
I love when that happens because artists go on stage, they be arrogant, like, nigga, I got records. Nigga, they get up there like, oh, shit, I ain't got no record. I need
That's
You
to
ain't got one.
self-awareness.
They don't know none of these.
Yeah. No.
And it
You get up
teach
there
you like,
and do that bass set if you want to in Texas. Like,
man, I learned.
That's good that you're not that arrogant and you have self-awareness, that you went out there and you saw that and you learned from that experience.
It's seldom
Switch it
you
up.
get to shadow someone at that level of greatness, and like
Facts.
we were really sponges. Like we watched night after night. I don't think it was any night we missed his set, and if
Yeah.
it was, it's just because like we was whooped. But like we night after night just witnessing him do what he do, insane.
did he ever give you any game?
The whole way, anything I asked.
Well, I mean, what stood out to you as far as like something that you took away, like, oh, this is a gem, I'm gonna tuck this.
Or what questions did you ask?
we did a whole free game episode with him, just asking him about like
I
his
seen that.
deals and his journey. Yeah, a few pieces went viral, but it wasn't really like the words that necessarily stuck out. It was like the action, like watching him be him at that level and still be. He was walking on the same streets we was walking, going to the places. Like his meet and greet was him playing games with the fans.
Oh, that's hard.
Like just witnessing him be him at his tier and his level and still be so humble. We come off the stage, like show's over, we all in the green room, we cooking, making music, working. You go into his green room, he editing a movie while streaming, then come record the song, hop on, make a like he was working just as hard at everything. Like he's still, even at this point in his journey, he's still hungry and still want it.
Sidebar, y'all, you and Payne, that game episode y'all did, y'all got me into some shit.
How so?
We had Akon come up here on the show, and I asked Akon about the clip that went viral about Payne getting, was it $40 million or some shit he said, and Akon was like, nah, Payne ain't get more than me. I was like, what, nigga? So that's not true. He was like, yeah, Payne might have been capping, or he might have. That ain't true.
Trolling.
Yeah, he was like, he might have been trolling. And I'm like, bro, I saw the clip, and I'm thinking, am I tripping? And I'm like, no, that was on LaRussell's video. I saw that video.
I don't think Payne trolling. I don't think T-Pain.
Payne, I mean, because Akon told us he got, what, 20 million, he said? Mm-hmm. He's like, I got 20. He's
so
like, no way Payne got more than me.
Because he got 20, so another nigga can't get 40 because he got 20?
That's what he said.
Man.
That shit was crazy.
Man, that's like a nigga saying, I hit 7, so it ain't no way you hit 7.
Right.
You've been one of those artists who I feel like early on you still shared your platform with other artists. I woke up one day and seen you have post my cypher clip with the Barbie. Outside of T-Pain, what artists were instrumental in like just assisting you or helping you early on in your career, if any at all?
Russ.
Really?
Russ gave me my first deal ever.
Really?
Yep, really early. He found me on TikTok, and he was one of those who was like, he came in and was like, man, what you need, but then it really turned into like, this is what you need. I know what you need here. And
now that I think about it, y'all do got the same temperament.
Yeah.
Y'all both like kind of know what you're doing, but assholes, but like,
yep.
but like, no, I'm doing it this way, like.
Yep. So he gave me my first deal, and he gave me some paper to like go. He like, here, take this.
Have you a budget?
Yep.
Oh,
what?
Yep. Gave me some paper to go. He never gave me like marketing, none of that shit.
Yeah.
But you
What
know
you do with the
that
money?
first
How much was it?
invested. It was $75,000.
Russ gave you $75,000
Yep.
off of TikTok.
Yep.
Let me make some TikTok.
I need
He
Russ to
knew-
find
he
me on
knew-
TikTok.
Let me make some
So
fucking TikToks
and it was
today,
crazy
dude.
because it was around the time
Some bullshit.
I had came back from New York, and they was like they wanted me to do the Breakfast Club freestyle, and I remember that wire landed, and I was like, I'm taking all my niggas
to New York.
So I took my mama and all the homies, and I was like a celebration of that, and just that ads, merch. You feel me? I really just invest. Like, you don't understand until you really in it that like $75,000, like you can't blow up with $75,000. Like it take so much, but it was helpful like in that journey of growing. And other than that, artist wise, like. I'm thinking outside of the region, like within the region, Mr. Fab, 40, like Neff, they all embraced me and gave me any information, features, any plays, Pilo, you feel me? A whole lot of plays, but outside of that, I didn't really have too many artists kind of liaisoning, but I was meeting a lot of like mentor, like Ty Baisden and Stretch, and a lot of them came in early. Johnny Shipes, Hovain. It was more so like executive that was kind of coming in and assisting.
Mm-hmm.
What's I know I said his last name, but like, what's the relationship like with Russ now?
I just texted that nigga the other day.
To Russ, I just texted that nigga. That's
yeah. I said, black man, I'm proud of you.
You said what?
I said, black man, I'm proud of you. He said, I'm framing this. Every now and then, I like to just get a nigga off or a black man.
Yeah, I do that too.
You know, you got to.
Yeah, because they can't hit it back.
Right? And it make them proud.
Yeah.
Nah, but, man, it's great. Like, I really got a soundboard for a lot of what I may experience or was going through, and I could hit him for anything. We didn't have talks like, nigga, how is that streaming shit working? Like, what is happening there? Who is the guy? How do you feel me? Like, we discuss all of that shit unfiltered. He really is like, bro, we a very similar type of person, and he did it. And he did it like rightfully, and I've seen the build, the slow grind, the community grow. Like, bro, it's just great to have a blueprint. So till this day, we still cool.
Yeah, I remember Russ is one of them people, bro. Like, I fuck with Russ tough. Like, I really fuck with him. I remember seeing him sell out the Staples Center, and I'm like what, nigga? Wait, you know what I'm saying? And then I like just seeing his ascension has been very inspiring,
bro. And it was so dope to like I see where I was inspiring him. I see when the content changes, and we had convos like, bro, this shit is this. And when the radio freestyles have, like, I got to see it go from, like, him pouring into me and me running and doing a bunch of shit and re-inspiring him to like, oh, this is how you do that.
Dope. You got anyone to do cards?
Yeah. I got a card game. I have a podcast called Hoefessions where I get in a rapper's business. It's unfiltered conversations about intimate experiences. But you was a respectable young man. So I put
I might be running for president one day, so
that's good. I put the good questions out for you. Go ahead and pull for the top. Just read the question, answer it.
What did Keisha Cole say she should have done? She should have cheated.
Okay.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
It ain't gonna get.
She a big R&B fan.
Where did 112 want to make love at?
Don't look over there.
He trying to phone a friend.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Ass nigga.
If you don't know, they'll tell us in the comments. You can skip it.
Where did 112 want to make love at? Damn.
They don't know either. They all are born in 2000.
You know that one? You know that one?
Huh?
You know that one?
Yeah.
No, you said first. Nigga, you don't know that one.
Do
Hey,
you
when
know?
a nigga answer your question with a question, you don't know.
No. I was on some other shit.
Do you know?
No.
Y'all really don't know? I don't even know who 112 is. Oh, get him out.
Cupid. Yeah, you know. You heard the song. You know
Bro,
the Peaches and Cream. You know the songs.
Bro, he was born last year.
Yeah, damn.
Why would he know the fuck 112? You know
What was Lloyd's Player's Prayer? I don't know that one either. Where did Jagged Edge want to meet at? Meet me at the altar in your... Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Who was Usher in L.A. with? And I thought I had to be the... What that... Is that? Oh, yeah. Who was he in L.A. with?
Well, it wasn't Chili.
His ex-girlfriend.
Okay. What time was Pretty Ricky having phone sex? It's 5 in the morning. Yep. Come on.
Which is crazy because I wouldn't.
What did Jody leave in Yvette's car?
You know that.
What did he leave in the car? Was it a condom? Okay, yep. I stole my car, Jody. Name all of the women DMX mentioned in what it was.
Don't look over there. Why you keep looking at her?
Damn.
Just do it in your head. Go.
About 3 Kims.
No, start from the
What's
beginning.
the first?
Hold on. It was Brenda, Felicia.
No.
No, it's not Felicia.
All right, damn, forget it.
I'll do it with you. Start.
It was Brenda.
Letitia.
Stacy.
No. Start over.
It was Brenda.
Letitia. Linda.
Felicia.
Dawn.
LaShawn.
Inez.
Tisha.
No.
Alicia.
Nigga.
All right,
Man,
nigga.
DMX is barking in his grave right now at your ass.
Spit a freestyle or let the person next to you search your phone for the word swallow.
You might.
So Gina does this segment called Spit or Swallow.
Yeah. It's a play on rap, but then it's a play for the whole fashion. It's a little freaky.
So she wants.
What?
So if you want to run for president, I think you should rap and not give me your phone.
Or you could do the Scoop Dee Poop one that Kanye did.
It all worked for the clip.
That
It's
is
all
hilarious.
good. Now, I got shit in here that say moan out loud.
Oh, man.
So I took the good ones out for you.
How thoughtful. I appreciate that because my mama here.
Yeah. She told me to go crazy, though.
Hey, no, last question. You being at the house, have your moms or pops ever walked in on you?
Oh.
I don't think so. I mean.
My mom walked in on me one time. I was having this conversation yesterday, so that's what.
Oh.
When I was, because.
When you was in what?
What?
You was finna say high school?
Nah. What happened? I just want to look. I'll tell you my story.
I used to sleep on the couch.
So you was in the living room going
nah,
crazy?
I'm fucking around.
Well, you are a dad, nigga. So you know what I'm saying? That had to happen somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, we done here. It's been effective effective immediately.
and he like, yeah, it's time to go. Nah, but I appreciate you, bro, for real.
Man, gratitude. It's been so just dope and inspiring to see both of y'all build and
Thank
see
you.
y'all journeys. Like, I'm really proud and honored. Like, this is one of the platforms that, you know, and all of them I'm honored to be on. But this is one of the ones that's like, man, I'm grateful that I get to contribute in any capacity to this and just share this. Like, I was just telling someone, like, we need to witness free niggas too. Like, we need to see some niggas who on the other side of the gate. Like, nah, come on. Like, it's going to be all right. Like, you got to go for it.
Yeah, for sure. No, I appreciate you. And then also, too, how many albums have you put out total? I remember
I'm at 35 right now.
You at 35 right now. And is there a goal? Like, is there a number that you...
I'm going to go for 100.
And then you're done?
Yeah, because I feel like if I can get to 100, no one I know will ever have to work again. Because I've gotten here at 35, and we close. We getting there.
So how many do you already have recorded, not released?
Like, I'm going to say 10. Like, that's an easy safety.
So right now you have 45 total albums. So meaning you got another 55 albums.
But I probably got like easily 700-800 songs that's like unreleased that I'm working, and like not songs that's just like bullshit songs, but songs like we fuck with these. These are coming. Yeah, we're gonna get to 100.
It's 100 albums.
We're gonna get to 100.
And then you're not rapping no more. You're not gonna put it on albums. You might rap, but not put out albums.
You might not even hear from me.
That's cap. I'm calling bullshit.
Okay.
I'm calling bullshit.
What age you think you'll be when you hit 100 albums?
Probably like 30. I'm going to say 36. 40 at the absolute latest.
We're going to be having this conversation when you're 41. Want to bet?
We'll probably be having a convo, but the albums will be done.
You want to bet?
Yeah.
You're not going to stop. You're not going to stop. You got too much shit to talk. But, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you for tuning in to Effective Immediately.
Yeah.
Myself and Gina Views here at SiriusXM on Hip Hop Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, LaRussell.
I love it.